never let it go. Just down from the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance.
What is up, guys? It is your boy Flair here. Today's video is just going to be a top 10 this time. Top 10 best cars in racing rivals. I gotta say top 10 because it's really kind of hard to differ because there's actually quite a few really good cars, especially in their classes. What I'm going to be considering when I do this top 10 is the car's performance, how easy it is to perform as well, and by performance I mean performance in its class, and how well or how easy it is to use, and whether that be launching or shifting, and also the means of getting it, how easy it is to obtain one, and how much fun it is to use one. So I'm going to start up here with number 10, and this is going to be the Volkswagen Jetta GLI. This really shouldn't be a surprise to any of you guys. The launch is really easy because you just let go right when the light comes on, which is really easy if you just memorize the time from the nitrous button lighting up to when the first light comes on and you drop it. It's such an easy launch. And the thing that makes this thing is actually more special about this is the fact that it is also a ghost shiftable car. If you guys know what that is, you shift up more than once at the same time. So it can perform very well, and it's very good to use against other D-class cars. I would pick this against Civics, TCs, anything about that, anything 1649. It's a really good car to have. So that's why it's number 10. Let's move on to number 9. Coming in at number 9 is going to be the RWB Stella 930, because the RWB 930, the RWB Stella, if you guys don't know, is, first off, it's a showroom car, so it's really easy to get. It's not like anything crazy. It's only like a mil. I mean, it's still kind of expensive for what you can get them for maxed already, but still, they're actually a really nice car to have. Their launch is relatively easy. You just let go before the third light, so it's like right in the middle of the second light almost. And it's a really easy launch, and it's really easy shifting. And these cars run relatively like average, I guess, in the R-Class thing. They're pretty good. They're just, I don't know, they're overall really fun car to drive. And then also they're not very hard to obtain. And they're like one of the best cars you probably buy in the showroom right now. That doesn't cost you $50 actual dollars to buy 50 gems or 55,000 gems or whatever the crap it is. No, it's 2,000 gems. You know, Glue, you're cheap. Okay, Glue, you're cheap. Let's move on to number 8. Coming in at number 8 is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8. Now, this one is a really, it's just an all-around good car. First off, it's a campaign car, so getting one really isn't that hard. It's extremely easy to do. Just gotta make another account and get one. It's not that hard. But another thing is also it's all-wheel drive. So like if you can't wheel spin, there's not gonna be any spinning out. So if you're going against either B class, even if you don't hit the launch, you're still gonna have a good chance of beating them. There's also the fact that it's a B class. It's the second fastest B class in the game right now. The Lotus Exige obviously is the first. But this car is way better because it's way easier to launch and it's just way easier to shift. Everything about this car is really easy. It's kind of a beginner pink car to actually start pinking, or something a beginner could practice and learn relatively quickly, at least in my opinion. These are one of the first cars I actually learned to start pinking a lot. So, yeah, guys, that's why this one picks up number 8. So, let's move on to number 7. Coming in at number 7 is the Koenigsegg R. Koenigsegg R obviously had to be picked in this list because it's pretty easy to use, actually. This car it's basically like a Stella, except you go a little bit earlier, meaning it's actually really easy to launch. The shifts aren't that hard. You just kind of go really late. And this car is really freaking fast. This thing is only Class R, and it can go 6.70 something, like 05 or something like that. This thing can almost do 6.6, and it's an R-Class car, and it's also really easy to launch. These cars are really fun to pink, so yeah, I mean, if you can get your hands on one, they're really easy to pink. That's the only problem, is these things aren't as easily attained because they're crate cars. I don't even know if they're still in the showroom or in the crates. I'm probably wrong. But if you do get one, these are really fun cars to have, and these are really nice to have. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this one. It's not really anything crazy. It's just really good. So let's move on to number 6. Coming in at number 6, and before you guys say anything, yes, I don't have a maxed Lamborghini Murcielago. I just have a couple stock ones, like a bunch of stock ones, actually. I think I have like 6 stock ones or something like that. But I just never maxed them. But these cars, I used to have a couple max ones because I used to pick them a little bit. These cars are actually really good. They run 7.6. Their launch is really slow, but making that really easy. So is their shifting. Their shifting is really hard to actually mess that up. The launch may be a little bit tricky for some of the beginners, but it's really easy because it's just before the first light. So it's a really good car to use. It's really overall, it's like a slower shifting car, so it's not very hard to shift, obviously. That's really all I have to say about this car. Again, there's nothing really wrong with it. So yeah, I mean the only problem about attaining it is it's actually a little bit trickier because I don't think it's still in the showroom anymore. They vaulted it, I'm pretty sure. Kind of wish they put it back in the game. So Glue, if you're watching this, even though I know you probably don't care what I have to say, you should probably put this back in the game or something, or give it as like I don't know, some kind of reward for turf or whatever the crap your stupid racing club or whatever the crap that was. So yeah, let's move on to number. Coming in at number 5 is going to be hands down the Nissan GTR Nismo, not the regular one, just the regular one, the S class. So it's another S class. This car obviously is a crate car, so it's a little bit more annoying to obtain, but it's a really, 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 really fun car to drive. It takes a little bit of skill to learn it, but once you do learn it, it actually is a relatively easy car to launch. It runs 7.6. So it's another really, really fast S-Class car. I don't really have much to say about it because I don't really use them as much, but I do know that this is a really commonly pinked S-Class car, and a lot of people like to do it. So, I mean, yeah, if you can get one of these cars, you are probably one of the coolest people in the game, obviously. I'm just kidding. If you don't, even if you can't get one, you're probably still pretty cool. So, yeah, guys, let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Camaro Z28, and this could be like really any form of Z28 because they've probably released, I don't know, 6 versions of these different skins for these cars. Oh my god, that's crazy. But it doesn't matter. Any kind of Z28 is going to run fast. I mean, the WWEs have a slight advantage, blah, 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 blah. We all know that. Who cares? But all the Z28s are really, really good. They're just so easy to launch. They're like right in like right after the first light comes on, you let go, and then they're just perfect shifting. That's relatively slow, so it's really, really easy. And these things can go 8.1. So I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. But these cars are really good. They're A class. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. These cars are relatively easy to obtain because it seems that Glue likes to put them in crates and different skins, and also they also have one in the showroom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do. They have one that's in the showroom that you can actually color that doesn't have a skin on it. It's not stock or anything like that, or it is stock. So yeah, guys, this is number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Ford GTR. This one is actually the Ford WWE GTR, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the Ford WWE has a slight advantage over the Ford GTR technically, but still, these cars are relatively easy to get. You may be like, oh, dude, these are turf cars, but I mean, there was a thing where everyone kind of got one. So there's so many of these flowing around. Also, these were really cheap. I should have gotten more of these crates. I didn't realize how good these would have been. If I would have known back when the WWE crates came out, I would have gotten a crap ton of these because they were so cheap. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But these cars are really, really easy to launch. Like, if you can't learn how to launch these, I don't know what's wrong with you. Obviously, I'm an idiot sometimes and like to screw up everything that's simple, but that's just me. It doesn't mean it's anyone else. I don't know. I just mess up. I don't know. I don't know. The shifting is slow, but it's really easy, and it can run a 6.7. These things are actually really good for getting Nismos from people who don't know how to drive Nismos. Speaking of Nismos, let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is going to have to be hands down the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. First off, it's 6.6. It's an R2. There's something already good with that. It's also all-wheel drive because why not? Even if you don't hit the launch, like if you don't hit the launch and you shift everything correctly, you can still get 6.7, 2, 3 or something like that. And you gotta think about that. Ford GTRs could perfect launch, and they still wouldn't get that time if they did everything perfectly. I mean, I don't think they would. I'm pretty sure they would get like a 6.74 or something like that. But these are, oh my gosh, so many people pink these when they're on their Ford GTRs. These things are so much fun to drive. Everything about them is really nice. The first shift's a little bit tricky and hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, this car, there's nothing really hard to do with it. It's really, really easy. So and you don't have the risk of spinning either because it's an all-wheel drive car, so it's already really good. Obviously, there's one car that you guys are going to be surprised and probably already can guess without even saying, or even me even saying it. So that's the only reason this isn't number 1 is because there's one car that's better in every way, except for the fact that it's not all-wheel drive. But, it's better. So let's move on to what is not surprisingly number 1. Number 1, and yes, I don't have one anymore. I just don't. But this guy does. So, coming in at number 1 is going to be the Koenigsegg One. You guys probably already knew that. I mean, that's not that hard. It's a really easy car to launch. It's a really easy, slow car to shift. I'm just an idiot, so that's why I don't have any. These cars are actually really, really nice because even if you miss the launch and you shift everything properly, I think you can almost get a 6.6 which is really, really nice, as long as you don't mess anything else up, because you're an idiot for not hitting the launch perfectly. Me. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really anything crazy for... It's really... It's not as easy to obtain, I don't think, anymore. But they're still, I mean, relatively easy. You just gotta find someone who's a dealer, and they'll deal you one. They're not that hard to get, I guess, I'm thinking about it. But, that's the only reason they're not, like, the best. But they are the best car in the game. They're the fastest car in the game. Got that 6.4 hype going on. R3 1684. The name 1-to-1 comes from the fact that stock, the engine has the same amount of horsepower as it weighs kilograms, or something like, yeah, it's something like that. So yeah, guys, that's been this video. I don't know. I'm gonna be kind of busy now that school's starting and everything for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to upload it as often as I do, even though sometimes I go on week streaks without uploading, which I shouldn't be doing because you guys deserve videos every day. But I'm gonna try as best as I can to make more videos in the future. I just want to say a couple things right now too. Thanks for everyone who's been donating me cars to my new account, Flare Gun. Also, questions that you guys already have been asking the crap out of. Do you want to trade? No, I'm just going to tell you the answers right now. I don't want to trade. I really do not like trading unless I absolutely have to, or I absolutely really want a car. I don't really like trading. It just kind of takes time, and there's so many people asking for it that it really doesn't interest me anymore. Second, no, you can't join my team. I don't know why I even am on a team. I just made a team to be with one of my friends, Tasty T or whatever. It's just really all it is. Some people I might let on in the future, but don't be asking for that. Third, sorry, don't be asking for free money and free cars and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not asking for cars either. They're just, people are donating. It's different. For you, like, oh, you're gonna say, oh, you're asking for cars or whatever, but no, I'm not. I've said it's 100% up to you guys if you want to donate. But don't be coming on and asking me for money and free cars and stuff and giving me some stories like I got hacked and scammed and stuff. Like, I've been hacked, I've been scammed too. I mean, I know what it's like, but I also know that I've never had anyone really giving me my stuff back. So and sometimes you guys aren't even some people aren't even telling the truth. But most of you guys are actually pretty good about that. So I really do thank you guys for everything you've been doing. So yeah, don't forget to leave a comment down below saying something like, I don't know, how your day was again. Hope you're having a good day. Hope this made your day a little bit more entertaining. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this in the future. So yeah, it's been your boy Flare. Peace out.